Good morning and welcome to another edition of our backcountry tour of Idaho strips. Today we're going from Smiley Creek, which is our fifth stop. We're heading to stop number 6, the Stanley Airport. So we'll be following the headwaters here of the Salmon River, up through this valley, past Pettit Lake, coming up here past Redfish Lake. It's a beautiful spot. And into Stanley, the valley where Stanley is. So that's the Sawtooth Mountains. I guess it's a recreation area, national recreation area, I think, or just a pretty place. Let's take a look real quick and see what the area looks like. Kind of tell. So this would be running off towards a later stop of ours, which would be Chalice. Back towards Smiley Creek up here. There's Redfish Lake. And we'll be up on this little hill. I don't know if you can tell from this vantage point here, but a little hill up here, and the strip's right on top of it, right above the town of Stanley. Here we have the Sawtooths, just beautiful scenery behind us. So it should be a nice trip. Let's go ahead and get started.
TAWS system test, okay. TAWS system test, okay.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too.
Okay, welcome. Let's get ready to get going to Stanley Airport. I'll get things fired up here. Looks good. Let's take a look at our fuel real quick. Yeah, good. Good. Okay. Eggs on, and let's give her start here. Clear. Okay, flaps are set for takeoff. Everything looks good here. Just go ahead and get started. It's be an easy one today because you can just follow a valley on this river up, so we should be able to make our way with no problem up to Stanley Airport. So we're going to say Smiley Creek traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo, taxiing to depart to the north, Smiley Creek. And since we didn't look this up the other day, let's go ahead and make sure we know what we're doing here at Smiley Creek. It is U87, and I just want to make sure I give everybody the information on the runways actually in use here, since it's just not north and south. Let's see. Give it a quick look here in Sky Vector. Pull that over so you guys can see. This is what we know about Smiley Creek. And we have a runway 14 and a 32. So we're on 32 is what we'll be departing this morning. And what is our length here? 4,900, turf in excellent condition. I'd concur with that. So Smiley Creek, 7,206 feet elevation. We are ready to go. Smiley Creek, number 107 Bravo Romeo, departing on runway 32 to the north, Smiley Creek. going downhill basically, so we don't have to worry about the terrain rising. We're about level, but going down maybe a couple 100 feet only over this trip, so I'll take the flaps up now. Let's go outside and take a look around. Basically just follow this road and river right in. I believe this is 75. Not really sure. I think so. I'll look that up. Pretty lakes up there. There's a lot of pretty mountain lakes up here. There's our river that we need to follow right down there, so. That'll be the Salmon. I grew up living near the Salmon River. Love that river. It's probably my favorite river anywhere. Not super huge. I love the Payette too. That's a pretty one. There's lots of beautiful rivers, but just something about the Salmon is just, no, probably because I grew up around it that I just love it. So it's really crystal clear, beautiful. Decent volume. It's great rafting tours in the backcountry. I think they call it River of No Return. So you kind of winds its way all over different directions through the mountains. Changes course quite a bit, and so yeah, pretty beautiful river. This is where it's kind of more in its infancy, not quite as big, but still pretty good size. We're gonna be looking for a landmark as we get closer to Stanley. And notice I didn't even plug Stanley in today. I'm pretty familiar with that. Once we get into that area, I should be able to just find the airport. I am familiar with the Stanley Airport, but you know, I didn't plug that one into the GPS. So I don't know what the distance is right now. I probably should do that just for that sake. But we're looking off here. If I go out a little bit, we might see this is probably Redfish Lake here. So what we might do is just do a quick overfly of that, because that is a beautiful, another beautiful spot. I can just do a little scenic detour here. Let's come in over the kind of the southwest end of the lake. So you can go take rides over this and go hiking up into the Sawtooth there. So it's a pretty cool place to jump off and get into the backcountry a bit. Really neat place to take a boat out. If you go down to the south end here, there's a lodge you can, with a little marina that you can rent boats sometimes when it's not too busy. Kind of grew up in Idaho when I was younger. This is not a very busy place, so definitely a little busier now. Can be kind of packed if you go on the wrong day in the summer, that's for sure. So that was Redfish Lake back there, and kind of the road and the parking lots and stuff you go into. And then there's a little Redfish Lake right here. It runs down, and this is actually a place where the sockeye salmon spawn, and it got its name from just prior to a lot of dams and stuff you're putting in out west. A lot of sockeye salmon in here, so thick that, you know, the lake just looked red. So at times when they're spawning and stuff, so it's they are coming back. They keep count of that every year, and so it's kind of that's a pretty neat thing. I don't know. I'm hopeful that someday they'll be back to the way they used to be, but we'll get back around here, and there's Redfish Lake up there, little redfish in our foreground, and now we're coming into the valley. We'll follow back to this Salmon River here, and we'll go give a look for the airport there in Stanley, and I think that might be it up there. We're getting close, actually. Yep, we are. Well, it's right on top of this bench over here, so Stanley traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo, about 2 miles to the south, inbound for landing. Stanley traffic. I'm going to get out here a quick second and just do a spin, because I think we're going to, not spin, but it's kind of 360, or get ourselves figured out. You know, I'm being pretty casual about this one because I know it fairly well, but that said, this is another one I just know it's kind of got an east-west runway, I believe, and so we'll go ahead and look that up real quick so we don't call out the wrong runway. So it's a runway 1735. I guess we're going to take runway 7. No, we'll take runway 35. And Stanley traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo on left base for runway 35. Stanley. Stanley traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo, turning final runway 35. Stanley.
500.
Okay, there we are. And Stanley traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo is clear of the active runway 35. Stanley traffic. Okay, let's jump outside real quick and just take a look here. Let's kind of see what we can see here. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a rise of a hill here, a bench. So you get to the airport, you kind of have to drive up that little hill out of town. Let's go take a look and see. Let's keep going up a little bit here too, so you can kind of see the Salmon River come along here. Then it heads off to the right down there towards Chalice, Idaho. There's a little town, not very many people there. Kind of, you know, I don't know what the population of Stanley is, but year-round it is not much. But it is a beautiful place, as you can see. It's pretty high altitude, so it can get very cold in the wintertime. Very cold, as my grandfather would put it. Who would want to live in that ice box? But when you could live just an hour downstream into a little bit more friendly wintertime climate. But anyway, beautiful place, Stanley, Idaho. Hope you guys enjoyed this trip.